Are you dealing with low energy and you can't quite figure out why? Or maybe you're dealing with headaches? This video is for you. What if I told you the solution to symptoms like low energy and headaches were super simple? As simple as drinking more water. For some of you, that's gonna be the case. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chelsea Mancini. I'm your gut health coach, and we are taking a walk through the foundations of health. Today we're talking about hydration. We are all about addressing the root cause here on this channel. We're not about band-aid fixes and temporary solutions. We want to get to the root of what's going on, why you're feeling uncomfortable, and really fixing it. So if you're new here, welcome. And again, today we're talking hydration. So this might not be the only factor, but I'm gonna tell you, for 70 to 80% of clients I see, this is a factor. We know how important water is, right? We know we can only survive, 2 days without it. We know we're 70% water, but so many of us still struggle to get enough water. And part of that is just not knowing how much water should I even be drinking. Let's go over it. Dehydration is going to lead to things like headaches, things like low energy, things like poor performance in workouts, in work, in life. It can lead to things like joint pain. I know for me, whenever I have an anxiety attack or a nervous breakdown, 60% of the reason is because I haven't had enough water recently. So you beautiful, tired, dehydrated soul, let's talk about how much water you should be drinking. So right off the bat, we're gonna take our weight, we're gonna divide it in half, and we're gonna shoot for that many ounces of water every single day. Start there. And if that seems like, holy crap, how could I possibly drink that much water? Start with half of that, because you're probably not even drinking that, right? But we want to slowly creep that water intake up to right around half of our body weight in ounces. But that's not the only thing. Are you drinking coffee? Are you drinking alcohol? What about something else like a soda every now and then? Those are what we call diuretics. And what that means is that they pull water into our digestive system to get flushed out along with them. So they dehydrate us. There's still some research being done on quite how much, but for our sakes, we're gonna count it and we're gonna try to add back in water. So for every ounce of coffee, alcohol, soda you drink, we wanna add another ounce of water, of course of water. And that's our starting point, simple. From there, okay, but Chelsea, what if I'm already drinking half of my body weight in ounces of water? I hear you. Let's add in electrolytes. So what we need from water is we need it to be absorbed into our body. And what controls that is the electrolyte minerals: sodium, calcium, potassium, magnesium, and a few others. Their concentration in our body is what determines where water goes, if it gets absorbed, or if it just keeps right on moving. So if we're depleted in these minerals, it's easier for us to also be dehydrated. And for most people in this modern day and age, I recommend adding in electrolytes, because what depletes them are things like stress, things like our modern lifestyle. We use our brain all day on our computers, sending our emails, and it depletes things like our electrolyte minerals. If you're a very active person, when you sweat, you're sweating out electrolyte minerals. Adding in these minerals will help to make sure that we have adequate amounts of them and to make sure that our hydration status is actually where it needs to be. It'll help us absorb our water. If you're noticing that you're drinking all of the water and your urine is clear, that does not, in fact, mean that you're well hydrated. That just means water's coming in one end and out the other. It's not making any pit stops along the way to do any important jobs. That's why we want to add in electrolytes, so that we can absorb our water, be less tired, less stressed, less anxious, more efficient, less discomfort, less pain, all of those things that water contributes. So please, please, please make sure to get half of your body weight in ounces every single day. Add in some electrolytes. My favorite are the Nuun electrolyte tablets. They come in all different flavors. I drop one right into my water first thing in the morning when I am my most dehydrated. And if you're somebody who doesn't like water, it's great because they're flavored, right? So it gives it a little bit of extra excitement. And if you're doing the water thing for a while and you still can't quite pinpoint what exactly is making you feel tired and fatigued, check out my course, Gut Health 101. It's 30% off for the next 24 hours, and we'll walk through the entire process of healing from the inside out. Follow me over on Instagram at Chelsea K. Mancini, and of course, make sure to hit subscribe down below so that you get notified every week when these videos come out. See you next week.